Hey everybody, it's Andrew Martin coming to you with another video from the comfort of my bed. And it feels a little weird. I'm doing this video on my phone because, as I mentioned in my last video, my laptop is still having issues with the program that I use to record my videos. So I'm just doing them from my phone and then uploading them to my laptop to edit and post. So it's weird because I'm doing it on my phone, so I have to look at the camera that's right here to the left of me as opposed to right above me. But when I look straight into the camera, I'm not looking at the camera, so I have to anyway. It's just weird, so it's a little surreal. Hi, it's Andrew. I'm a little silly today, and also really doing my best to not be like annoyed to the point of breaking by the construction that's been going on in my building. Now, if you've been following my videos, you know they've been doing construction for like the past 2 years around my building. Next door, they were building a brand new building for about 9 months, and then the building was recently brought under new management that I live in. The building was brought under new management, and so they are, as people move out, they are remodeling each unit, which is great because the units look wonderful. But they have literally been doing a unit every single month, and sometimes they've got like 3 or 4 units going on at once, and it takes them a couple of months to finish. And the woman who lived next door to me just moved out, and so now they are right next door to me. Literally the only way that they could be any closer is if they were inside my apartment, and it's driving me crazy. I am so sick of living in a construction zone. Sorry, I was starting to angle the camera down. Anyway, I digress. That is not the point of this video. The point of this video that I wanted to share with you is why I have decided to move to a donation-based system for all of my services. I have recently, in the past couple of weeks, started doing a new healing session, this diamond frequency healing, and my guide sent it to me about a year ago in the form of a meditation, and then a couple of weeks ago they let me know that it was time for me to start doing it as a standalone healing based upon the meditation. So I didn't know what that meant. I had no idea what it was going to end up being. They basically just told me I just needed to do it and that I would be guided to what I needed to do whenever I did it. So I have, and they've been super amazingly powerful, incredible transformations. The information that comes through for people is humbling and mind-blowing, and I can't even begin to tell you how amazing it makes me feel in the ways that I've been able to help people through these healings. And when I started doing this healing, I was doing them for free because it was a new service and a new healing modality, and I wasn't really entirely sure what I was doing. So I thought, well, this will be a good way for me to find people who are willing to step up and receive, and allow me to, work out the details and kind of fine-tune this method. And then I decided to start charging for it. But then, the past couple of days, I've really been asking my team to tell me really what is it that I can do to really open myself up to endless abundance. And abundance in financial forms, yes, but all sorts of abundance. An abundance of clients, an abundance of friendships, an abundance of connections around the spiritual community, an abundance of opportunities, an abundance of support, an abundance of resources. Money is part of it, but it's not all of it. But what I was kind of going back and forth with was, how much am I going to charge for this healing? Because on the one hand, I want it to reach as many people as possible. But on the other hand, I also live in the world right now that, as much as we all dream of a world where we don't have to worry about money, or money isn't an issue or a concern, the reality is that we still live in a world where money is, the primary source of goods and, resources and support. And so I gotta have cash. That's the reality. My landlord is not going to take, healing services in exchange for, free rent. So I was kind of going back and forth, and I recently connected with a new friend, an old friend. I mean, old in the sense that we have a lot of past life stuff together. And he has started offering his services for free, donation based. And the idea had stuck with me. And honestly, it's been going around, it had been sort of rolling around in my head. This idea of donation had been rolling around in my head for about the past week. And the minute that I would think about it, of course, my ego would come in and say, that's ridiculous. You can't survive on donations alone. And what if people don't donate anything? And what are you going to do? How can you, make ends meet? And how are you going to pay the bills? And how are you going to eat and pay for your, yada, 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 on and on and on. All of the reasons of why I shouldn't take things on a donation basis, were being thrown at me. And I wasn't really paying attention. I've gotten to the point now where I'm pretty good at discarding most of what my ego says. I just he's kind of belligerent and he's a loudmouth, and that's fine. I know how to deal with those kind of people. So, but I had just been, it's been on my mind, like, what do I charge and how do I reach more people and how do I walk that balance between helping as many people as I can, doing the work that I'm called to do and that I love doing, but also making sure that I am compensated in a way that allows me to continue doing this work and allows me to be supported in a way that I don't have to worry about where's the money coming from, so that I can continue to do the work undistracted by the details of, real life and the human life that we all live. So it's been on my mind. And so today I did a meditation, and this meditation is all about, it was a guided meditation, all about abundance and how to connect with that energy and how to begin to draw things that you desire and that you require to you. And as I was doing the meditation, part of the meditation calls upon you to connect with the feeling. Like, what is it that you want? Focus on something that you would like to create more abundance around, and then focus on the feeling of what it would feel like and what your life would be like when you have the abundance in that area that you are asking for. And so I was thinking about money and financial support. Oh my God, can you hear that drilling? That's going to drive me crazy. I was thinking of money and financial support, and that was the area that I wanted to bring in more abundance around. And okay, I had to take a break and switch locations because that drilling that was coming, literally about to come through the wall in my bedroom where I was previously, was about to drive me crazy. So here we are, I'm back. Let me just get this adjusted. So the meditation is asking you to think about what is, whatever it is that you want, what does that feel like? What is what does that look like? What does that mean to you? And I just kept coming back to this idea of freedom. Having enough money and being able to have the financial resources that I wouldn't have to worry about it, that I'd have enough to meet all of the, the financial obligations that I've agreed to meet: rent, bills, health insurance, credit card bills, food, quality of life that allows me to go out and enjoy myself and maybe buy a new pair of shoes every once in a while. Also allows me to continue to do the work that I need to do, and, supporting my website and all that, the money that I pay to, the hosting for the website and all of that stuff. And then also to be able to help people, to be able to, pay, the people back who have helped me financially, and, help people in a way that, if the help that they require is financial, that I would be able to do that when I'm called to. And I just kept coming back to this feeling of freedom, of ease, of not having to worry about money, of money not being an issue, of trusting that all I had to do was do my job and do my work and stay committed and focused and moving forward in doing what it is that I've been called to do, and to not let money be an issue and a hurdle and a burden. And then I just kept coming back to this idea: if I want to tap into limitless abundance, I believe and I know that the flow of source energy that we all have access to is limitless. It is unlimited. There are no boundaries. There are no barriers. There are no caps on what we can create when we align ourselves and attune ourselves to it. And I know that one of my issues has been not based around the value of what I do, not based around am I good at what I do, is what I do meaningful and helpful, because I have seen in the past week and a half, especially of doing these healings, that what I am able to do for people and what I am able to connect people to through my sessions is powerful. It is transformative. It is life-changing for some of them. And so it's not an issue of what am I worth, because dollars and cents are not the value that I place on what I do. But at the same time, I do have to pay the bills and I do have to eat. So it was kind of walking this tightrope, but I just kept coming back to this idea of, if I am tapped in to the limitless abundance that is available to me at all times, then why am I putting limits on what I can receive? And that was really the game changer for me, was this realization that, oh, no matter what amount I put on this rate as for what I'm charging for this service, no matter what amount I put on these services, that is a limit. That is a limitation. There's an end point to that. That is a fixed amount. And if what I'm doing is so wonderful and valuable and meaningful, which I know that it is, why am I putting limits on it that will prevent some people from accessing it? And I've also had people tell me that, oh my God, I can't believe you did this service for me for free. I would have paid you $500 for this if I had known how this was going to change my life. So it just makes sense to me that it's time for me to move into a donation-based exchange for what it is that I receive in terms of payment. So that's why I've decided to move in this direction. So now when you book an appointment with me, you go to my website, you click on the book now, you will be prompted to go to my calendar, you will choose the service that you're interested in booking, you'll pick your appointment time, and there will be a $0 amount, or I may have to do like 1 penny because I don't know if my calendar, I haven't actually put this into practice yet or put this into play yet, but I may have to charge a penny just to have an amount in there. You'll be prompted to enter your payment information, and then we will do the session, and then after we do the session, I will ask, what do you feel is fair for you to donate? And I will trust that whatever the amount is that the person feels that they are comfortable paying, that is the right amount. And this, even as I'm saying this, my mind is doing backflips and somersaults and twisting itself up into a pretzel, trying to like, no, it's screaming, do not do this, this is stupid, you are going in. But in my heart and in my gut and in my soul, I feel that this is for me the best way to surrender to the unstoppable, limitless, unbound flow that I have access to. And for me, this is what I choose to do. Now, I am certainly not in any judgment of anybody else. Charge what you will. I have, make your coins, honey. I have no problem with what you fucking charge. I love money just as much as the next person. And I'm certainly not saying that this is an attempt to place myself in a position of somehow that, I'm going to live this monastic life where I give up all of my material possessions. No, I like things. I like money. I like being able to go buy new things. And I like to be able to take myself to the movies and go to dinner with friends and have a cute apartment. Don't get me wrong. However, it feels like to me, if I want to tap into a world and create a world for myself where money is not something that I have to worry about and there are no limits on what I can bring to myself, then the fastest way to get there is to remove any and all limits to what it is that I do and remove any and all barriers to receiving abundance in whatever way it comes. So if someone wants to pay me in trade for designing a website or doing some marketing work for me or creating a logo for me, I'm down. If someone wants to help me with a business plan that can take my business to the next level, if someone wants to wants to help me create a space where we can host events, I'm down. If someone wants to help me with publishing ideas for my books and the deck of oracle cards that I want to do, I'm down. I'm putting it out there. If someone wants to give me a house to get me out of this fucking construction zone that is making me crazy, then I'm down to receive. So go to my website, book a session, and trust that I am here to help you. I am here to work with you. And whether you have $25 or $250 or $2,500 to donate to me, I trust that we will work together in the way that we are meant to work together, and that you will pay the amount that you feel comfortable paying, and that in your heart you will do the right thing and make the right decision. And I am putting my faith and my trust in my team to do the heavy lifting for me when it comes to the money issue, because money is important and money is meaningful, but I also don't want it to be a limit to what I can do to help people. So this is the chance I'm taking. This is the leap of faith I'm making. I'm jumping in with both feet and praying that this works out the way that I think that it will. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.